So once again, I reiterate that we're talking just about the animal sign of the year.
Yep.
We're leaving out 7/8 of the chart. Okay.
Okay.
So
So people are
so
aware.
it's definitely not the be all and end all, and there's always different ways of looking at things. I tend to look at a few different methods, but the main method I use is looking at the life cycles of the animal signs
Yeah.
within the current year.
Okay.
And looking at how that affects different areas of life within the current year.
That makes sense.
So, and also the interaction, obviously.
All right, Dean, we'll finish with the rabbit.
Rabbit.
Now the next
Dragon.
one off. Dragon. That's their year.
It's their year. It's your year, dragon. But there's Yangwood there to hold back your earth. And the Yangwood is strong.
It's strong.
All dragons should be careful in February, in Tiger Month, and on Tiger Days, and in particular those born in 1964, because they're Yangwood dragons. And as we mentioned earlier, the Yangwood dragon is a Shigan Lu. And Tiger Days, Tiger Months, and Tiger Hours will all trigger that negative energy. So I'm saying that this year, even though all dragons born outside of 1964 should be careful as well, because they're still dragons. They've still reflected in the year. It's their year. So if the Shigan Lu goes off because of the tiger, all the dragons will be affected, not just the Yangwood dragons. Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
Avoid all travel if possible during those times. So if it's a tiger day, don't catch that flight. If it's February,
Yep.
it's a bit late to cancel holidays now, but basically when your own sign arrives, it's time for introspection.
Okay.
It's time to learn about yourself. It's not necessarily time to try and forge ahead. Some stauncher dragons may try to fight that energy and that process, because I know a few dragons and they're perfect. Just ask them. But opening up to themselves will pay in the long run. And that it's about opening up, looking inside, going, okay, I need to learn more about myself and stop just going, because that's what dragons do. Go. So introspection is very important for dragons this year. Very important. And I'll tell you, if you're a dragon and there's an opportunity to learn lessons about yourself and you decide not to do it, the next lesson is usually tougher. And if you ignore the next one, it's tougher again. That's the thing about life. You get the test first and the lesson later. Yeah?
Yeah.
So, and that's when it's your own year, that's the year of the test. So you need to swat up, as it were. Now, as far as love life is concerned for dragons, partnered dragons will get support and guidance from their significant other this year. It should be quite good. Singles can expect to enjoy making connections with supportive and caring people. Okay, highest priority should be the relationship they have with themselves, not with other people. It's something this year for dragons, especially more than any of the other animal signs, is learning about themselves as and having a good relationship with themselves I think is quite difficult for a lot of dragons.
Well, I mean, they're not comfortable in their own skin.
Conflicted a bit here, that they always feel like forging ahead and being the best and being the next and always speaking up as well. And maybe it's time to just bring that energy back a bit and have a think.
Yeah.
and have a think. Parents will start to play a bigger role in dragons' self-development. Not necessarily talking or seeing them more or anything, but part of that introspection is looking then at the effect that parents had on your child development to begin with, and then through your adulthood, and how that's affecting your behaviour now.
Yeah.
Okay. And actually, tapping into the creative side is going to be a big thing for dragons this year. Much like when I mentioned the rats, going on to the hippie side. Then a bit like that with dragons, tapping more into their creative side, maybe, the artwork, rather than just the work. Actually realising that they're a creative person. They've got a right to be creative just like everybody else. As far as career and money's concerned, I mean, dragons can always make money.
Okay.
Always. Doesn't matter whether it's legal or illegal, they can always make money.
Okay.
2024, when it's their own year, that ability to generate money hits its peak. So it's a very good year for money for dragons. So there's all this internal stuff happening. But money.
So they need to make the most of it then. Most of this year then.
But money. So there's loads of opportunities for dragons, and they're all going to be weird and outside the norm.
Okay.
And what I'd suggest that all dragons do is look for opportunities that could become the new normal. Okay, so things that aren't popular yet.
Yeah.
But in 12 months, 2 years, 6 months, everyone's doing it. Look for those things. Dragons, out of all the signs, can really make the most out of those types of opportunities. And if you listen to the news, it's all AI. So, dear. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Personally, I think it's a bit of a Bitcoin thing, or the AI is a bit of a Bitcoin thing. Everyone's going to put all their money into it and then lose it. Yeah. So anyway. Okay, yeah. So with that internal struggle for dragons, there's a struggle between sitting back. I've done all this work in the past. I can just rest on my laurels and just let the money come in.
Yeah.
And then the other side of the dragon is, I need to go, I need to break new ground. So part of their internal struggle will be part of that career and money side of things is, well, I've already done all this work. I can just sit back and relax and just let it come. But then there's the innate dragon, which is, I've got to do the next new thing. I've got to be moving forward. I can't sit still. So that's going to be a bit of a issue for dragons this year. Regardless of all the internal struggles, my suggestion is banking the gains before spending any money.
Okay.
If you're making the money and it's coming in, put it away. You don't need to spend it. You don't need to throw it away. You don't need to look like you're rich. You just need to put it away. Like last year, so for dragons in 2023, I suggested they stay close to home, keep travel to a minimum, and I'm suggesting exactly the same thing in 2024. Stay close to home, wherever you live. Don't be flying off to the other side of the world if you can help it.
Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, that's it for the dragon. It's a pretty intense year, but
Sounds
whenever
like
it's your own year, it's always an intense year. We all get a turn.
Yeah.
We all get a turn. So we all get a few turns because it happens every 12 years. So
yeah, it certainly does. Yeah, for people that don't understand, because it's there's 12 zodiac signs, so the cycle is 12 years. So every 12 years it goes back to the
goes around to the beginning.
Size.
Yep. Just like clockwork.
Yep. Yes.
Just like clockwork.
Okay. So we're done for the dragon.
We're done for the
20
dragon for the moment.
for the moment for 2024.
The dragon's not done with us.